5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All systems go with Josh Appelbaum starts now.
Hello and welcome to episode 519 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. I am your host, Josh Appelbaum. What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. It's officially hump day in the final week of the month of May, and we got a lot to get to on today's podcast. We're going to get right back to Major League Baseball. Raise your hand if you love betting MLB. I think you love betting MLB specifically yesterday. Bust out the brooms, baby. Recap here in a second, but I do have another 3-pack of sweats lined up for you today, guys. A couple late games tonight, 6:40 p.m., 7:40 p.m., but I also have a late afternoon day sweat here. If you have, a couple seconds to put in a bet, and maybe, if you're stuck in your cubicle at work or whatever you're up to, or you're like me, you work from home, hopefully you have an opportunity to, track this game and sweat this game. And it's always nice with a day game because I feel like if you win your day game, it just, it gets you pumped, it gets you excited, gets your day started off on a good note. Obviously, if you lose your first game, then you're already like 0-1, you're in the hole. It's almost like, betting the coin toss in the Super Bowl. You bet heads and it's tails, and you're like, damn, the game didn't even start, and I'm already down a unit or a half unit or whatever you end up betting on those props. But either way, guys, if there's value, regardless of the time, we're going to get down. And the early game happens to be a team that's treated us pretty well this year, and particular recently as well. So another 3-pack of MLB sweats. We're going to try to go 2-1, eke out a winning day. And then I also wanted to give a quick announcement here because you know me. Again, if you've been listening to this pod, basically we do not bet soccer or football, as it's called, like ever. So I'll be honest with you guys. I have never bet an MLS game. I don't bet, European soccer, but I do dabble a little bit in the World Cup. I'm very novice. I do try to approach it from a data-driven perspective, looking at line movement, looking at, system matches, and looking at percentages and splits, and taking into account, recommendations from people that I respect. But it got me thinking. I don't know if I'm going to bet every World Cup game. We might dabble a little bit. It's almost like March Madness when you don't bet college hoops all year, but the madness is here, so let's have some fun. It got me thinking too because my buddy is hosting a World Cup basically party cookout. His wife is Brazilian, so we're going to be grilling some awesome Brazilian food and hopefully looking at a USA versus Brazil matchup, although I don't know what games we played. It's a Saturday in a couple weeks from now anyway. But it got me thinking. A whole roundabout way of me telling you this is that, I've been looking to do another Survivor contest. And if you've done a few with me, we started teaming up with Splash Sports, about 2 years ago at this point? Or maybe it was start of last year, I guess, going on to our second year, I should say. But I love Splash Sports. My buddy James Santor does a great job. He really got me introduced because he joined Splash Sports. And Daniel Childs is also great. He runs it as well. But we had some fun with the Survivor contest for the NFL season and the playoff Survivor. And I just happened to go on Splash Sports, and I'm like, okay, there's these World Cup Survivor contests going on. And I got to starting to think about it, and I said to myself, why don't we do a Survivor contest for the World Cup? So, hey, I don't have it yet fired up. I got to contact my people at Splash Sports, get the whole thing set up, and get the parameters correct. And again, soccer is not my strong suit. I know everyone, when they were like in elementary school or younger, everyone played soccer. I never played soccer. I played baseball. I played hockey. But anyway, I don't know all the intricacies. So I was looking at, okay, will the Survivor include the group stage, or will it also just start at the knockout stage? But I'm starting to get some info, get some insight. If you have recommendations, let me know. But I'm almost guaranteed here to be unveiling a FIFA World Cup 2026 Survivor contest. So we'll call it the Appelbaum World Cup Survivor, the ASG Pod World Cup Survivor, whatever it may be. We'll find a cool name for it. But it does start June 11th. It goes all the way until July 19th, so it's like a full month, as you remember. And we will be launching this soon, so stay tuned. It'll probably be $25 per entry. And I'm just looking at the odds right now. I'm on Polymarket. So, again, with the Survivor contest, the whole point is that, on the one hand, it's just survive in advance, because if you lose, you're done. But then the other angle is, you don't want to waste your really good teams early. You want to hold on to some of these teams late. Like we did a Survivor for what was it? March Madness. And, you didn't want to burn Michigan early or, another great team that was going to, they're going to advance, but you're not going to win the Survivor contest if you've used all the good teams or the champion too early. So, as I mentioned, I'm looking at Poly Market right now. Spain is the favorite, 17% chance. They're tied with France, also 17%. England is 11%. Portugal, 11%. Brazil, 9%. Argentina, Germany, Netherlands, Norway, Colombia, Belgium, Morocco. I'm looking for the USA. USA, 1% chance to win it all. So, with that being said, when you enter the ASG World Cup Survivor, do you want to use Spain as your first play? I mean, they're probably going to win, but what if Spain wins it all and then you've already used them? So, again, this is just the strategery, as a former president used to call it, that you gotta abide by here. But anyway, whether you are a once every 4-year soccer bettor like me, I only bet the World Cup, or you are a diehard soccer bettor, either way, you're going to get an opportunity here to test your knowledge, throw in $25, and hopefully win a couple thousand here. So stay tuned for that. I will have the link for you shortly, but a World Cup Survivor contest coming to you soon. Now, that being said, looking back toward last night, guys, bust out the brooms. 3-0, plus 2.31 units. You love to see it. Had a nice winner there early with the Snakes. Arizona Diamondbacks winning 7-5. Remember, saw that sharp line move toward Arizona, where the Arizona Diamondbacks, again, they were kind of hovering around minus 105, plus 100, minus 102. Some shops they closed as a short favorite, minus 110 or so. But we basically had line moves, a little bit of line movement, but mostly it was the splits. And shout out to Rhythm, because I always try to mention this. Rhythm, when they have those recommended plays all lining up on one team and that coincides with the market, and we also have a smart signal in green, I love that. So that was a good Rhythm play, and the Diamondbacks came through. Shout out to Ketel Marte, who continues to rake. Had a nice winner with the Brewers, 6-0. Didn't have to sweat that one. That line really moved. You might have gotten it like minus 180, minus 190. It closed like minus 210, minus 220. So hopefully you got a better number, but either way, you got a winner with the Brew Crew. And then the Redlegs getting it done, jumping on Peterson early. Chase Burns pitched a gem, and we got a winner there, 7-2 against the Mets. So 3-0 plus 2.31 units. Little Fred Astaire dance at the sportsbook, but we're not going to get cocky, get arrogant, think betting is easy, because it's not. But it will give us a little confidence, hopefully, and the challenge, embracing the challenge of now trying to get a good hot streak going here, which is always the goal. So that being said, let's waste no more time, because I do have a day game for you. We're going to go right back to the Bay, San Francisco, where the G-Men are hosting our favorite team, the Arizona Diamondbacks, at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time today. So let's talk line moves, pitching matchup, bet split system matches, and I'll give you my play here for this one. Now, the D-backs, who are 30-24, they've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. They won the opener 6-2 as a plus 110 road dog, won again yesterday 7-5 as a minus 105 road dog. Now, in this late afternoon series finale, the Snakes are going to go with the righty Michael Soroka, 6-2, 3.27 ERA. Giants, meanwhile, going to go with the righty Trevor McDonald, 2-1, 4.76 ERA. Now, what have we seen across the market? Well, this one's been a little bit tricky because this one's been back and forth. Now, we opened this game around Arizona, short minus 120 road favorite, San Fran around a plus 100 home dog. And early in the day, when I wrote about this game for the Sharp Report for VSiN.com, when I put the best bet into the app for Juice Rail, it was pretty clear smart money was moving toward Arizona, because Arizona went from minus 120 up to minus 130, even minus 135. And I saw that sharp line move, and I really saw these great bet splits as well. The D-backs at DK, 79% bets, 87% dollars. They have the correlative betting favorite low total, so total of 7.5, fewer amount of expected runs scored, more likely to come from quote-unquote that better team. Diamondbacks with the better bats in general, 315 on base, 406 slug, 252 runs scored. G-Men, 295 on base, 390 slug, 202 runs scored. I wanted to back Soroka. He's got a 1.48 ERA in 4 May starts. He's only given up 4 earned runs in 24.1 innings pitched. McDonald, on the other hand, 6.75 ERA at home this year versus 3 on the road. So he's been decent on the road, but bad at home. And then Arizona as well. Well, they are a favorite against a losing team. So they're a favorite against a sub-500 team. They're 12-5, 71%, 19% ROI. That's the third best chalk record against losing teams this season. So I say all that because it was very clear this line was shooting up toward Arizona, and most books were at minus 135, and I did find Arizona at minus 130. So I jumped on Arizona earlier today, minus 130. Now, since that time, this line has come back down towards San Francisco because I'm now seeing the Diamondbacks down to minus 120. Some shops even down to minus 115. So what are we going to do here? Well, on the one hand, we still have a 14% sharp mush edge from our friends at Juice Reel on Arizona. So even though this line has come back down towards San Fran, still Juice Reel sharps, guys and gals that like you out there listening are also going Diamondbacks, and I popped open Rhythm and saw 2 Rhythm recommendations still on Arizona. Even though this line has fallen, still Juice Reel and Rhythm are on Arizona. So in situations like this, a lot of times I'll get a DM or a tweet or an email or something and say, do you still like Arizona? Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't like them as much because I got to respect this line dropping towards San Fran, but I'm still playing Arizona. As friends of mine, King Nebuchadnezzar, my buddy Darush, we have a phrase we like to say, dance with the one who brung you. So if you make a bet, and again, we all want to make a bet and then have the line move further in our favor. That's what closing line value is all about. But sometimes you make a bet, line goes against you a little bit. So some people freak out. They try to buy out the bet. They try to bet the other side. I am a dance with the one who brung me. And the joke I always make is, the ninth grade homecoming dance. Rachel asks you to dance before the dance. Maybe a cuter girl later in the night says, oh, you want to dance with me? No, you dance with Rachel. You dance with the one who brung you. So I'm sticking with the D-backs. I got a bad minus 130, but we still have good splits, better bats, hopefully better pitching. Arizona great against sub 500 teams. We still have the sharp mush edge. We still have Rhythm. So I don't love this line dropping back a little bit, but I'm sticking with my minus 130. I'm still rooting for the Snakes. And if you want to join, you can get minus 115, minus 120. So I'm still going Arizona. Again, I'm holding a bad minus 130. You can get a better number if you haven't bet it yet. Next one for you. 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time first pitch. Let's go to Pittsburgh, where the Pirates are hosting the Chicago Cubs. Now, Pirates come in 29-26 on the year. I got the over 78.5 win total, so let's just stay above 500. But they have taken the first 2 games of this 4-game set. They won the opener 2-1 as a plus 105 home dog. They won again yesterday 12-1 as a minus 140 home favorite. So, pitching matchup for tonight. Cubs, who are 29-26, by the way, they've lost 10 games in a row. So they got to win tonight, right? Not so fast. They're going to go with Jameson Taillon, the righty, 2-4, 5.20 ERA this year. Pirates, meanwhile, going to go with the fellow righty Bubba Chandler, 1-6, 4.79 ERA this year. So what have we seen across the market? Well, this game opened with the Pirates listed around a minus 115 home favorite. Chicago, a minus 105 road dog. Some books were kind of closer to a pick 'em, like minus 110 both sides. But the Sharps are not saying, yeah, Chicago's due. They're a good team. They've lost 10 in a row. They have to win tonight. That's what Gambler's Fallacy would say. I always make the comparison because it really illustrates what Gambler's Fallacy is. It's when you bet on something just because you think it's due. When in reality, each game is an individual matchup. But what happened previously really doesn't matter. All that matters is this game here today. So the example is always the roulette table. You're in Vegas, you're walking up to the roulette table, everyone's crowded around, they're dressed nicely, and they got their martinis in, and people are putting chips down on the table. You see it land on red 5 times in a row. Most people would say, okay, I am betting the house on black because red's hit so much, it's got to be black the next time. But nope, it might just be red again. So here's the thing. Even though Cubs have really struggled, wise guys we know are still fading the Cubs, thinking that this win streak or this losing streak hopefully will go to 11 because the line has moved further toward the Pirates. Pirates went from minus 110, minus 115, now up to minus 120, minus 125. We have 62% of moneyline bets, 67% of moneyline dollars on the Pirates. Over at Circa in Vegas, 55% bets, 92% dollars on Pittsburgh. So really good split at both books, but in particular at Circa. System match here. If you are a sweet spot home favorite, minus 140 or less, you are 146 and 108, 58% with a 4% ROI this year. So that has been a good angle, that short home favorite. Pittsburgh has the better bats, hitting 252, 270 runs scored. Chicago hitting 236, 255 runs scored. If we dig a little deeper into the hitting, hopefully an advantage for Pittsburgh because they're hitting 278 at home this year. That's the best in baseball. And they are hitting 253 against righties. That's sixth best in baseball. Meanwhile, the Cubs are hitting 230 on the road. That ranks 22nd. And they're hitting 229 against righties. That ranks 24th. In addition, I want to fade Taillon. He has posted a 6.53 ERA in 4 May starts. He's given up 15 earned runs in just 20.2 innings pitched. Meanwhile, Chandler, 4.50 ERA in 4 May starts, giving up 9 runs in 18 innings pitched. So he's got about a 2 ERA less over the past month versus Taillon. And then little home road, nothing crazy, but Pittsburgh is a winning team at home, 15-13. Chicago 11-15 at home, on the road. So we have a little bit of line movement toward Pittsburgh. We have some good splits. We got a good system match, better bats, hopefully. Hopefully Chandler greater than Taillon here. And then also noticed a 33% sharp mush edge on Pittsburgh from our friends at Juice Reel. So a lot of the sharp bettors there who have downloaded Juice Reel, synced up their books, also going with the Pirates, and then also popped open Rhythm and saw 2 recommended plays both on Pittsburgh. So add it all up here, guys. I'm going Pirates. Now, I got Pirates minus 112 a little bit earlier today at Ballybet. I think they might be still minus 115 at Ballybet, but the rest of the market here is minus 120, minus 125. So just try to get as close to minus 120 or less as you can. But let's go Buccos. Last bet of the night, 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go to Kansas City, where the Royals are hosting the New York Yankees. The Yankees come in 33-22 on the year. They've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. They won the opener 4-3 as a minus 135 road favorite. They won again yesterday 15-1 as a minus 200 road favorite. So tonight's series finale, the Yankees are going to go with the righty Garrett Cole, 0-0, 0.00 ERA. Pitched well in his debut after he was out for a while with Tommy John. Royals, meanwhile, 22-33 on the year. They are going with the lefty Noah Cameron. He's 2-3 with a 4.72 ERA this year. So what have we seen across the market? Well, this game opened New York, listed around a minus 145 road favorite. Kansas City around a plus 125 home dog. And Sharps, they're riding the Yankees here, seeing if they can get a sweep because we've seen this line move further toward the Yankees. The Yankees have gotten steamed up minus 145 up to minus 155. I see some books even as high as minus 160. So pretty good one-way movement in favor of the Bronx Bombers. Bet splits look good on the Yankees. 92% moneyline bets, 96% moneyline dollars at DK. At Circa, 89% moneyline bets, 97% moneyline dollars. So big Pro and Joe one-way split, which aligns with the line move toward the Yankees. System match for you. If you're a road favorite, minus 150 or more, and you're coming off a win, the Yankees qualify here. Those teams are 26-12, 68%, 7% ROI this year. Yankees would also have that additional betting system value as a non-division favorite, so lack of familiarity, hopefully benefiting, quote-unquote, the better team. Yankees bats have been better than the Royals this year. They're hitting 242, 333 on base, 439 slug, 273 runs scored, versus KC hitting 236, 311 on base, 377 slug, and 211 runs scored. If this becomes a bullpen game, let's hope Cole pitches great and the bats get to Cameron. But even if we need the bullpen to come through, hopefully the Yankees do. They have an ERA of 3.44 out of the pen. That is the 11th best in baseball. Royals 4.89. That ranks 27th, one of the worst. I mentioned Garrett Cole earlier, but he's making his second start, as we mentioned, and in his debut, pitched pretty good. He went up against the Rays. He went 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 0 earned runs. So hopefully he can pitch well again here tonight. Royals, meanwhile, in Cameron's last 8 starts, they're 1-7. So hopefully we can fade Cameron once again and get a win. And then, by the way, Yankees 16-13 on the road, winning record. KC 15-16 at home, losing record. Lastly, popped open Juice Reel. Noticed a 13% sharp mush edge on the Yankees. So shop around here, guys. I got Yankees minus 150 at the score, but definitely try to get the best price because a lot of the market is closer to minus 155, minus 160. So Diamondbacks, Pirates, Yankees. Let's see if we can get 2 out of 3, eke out a winning day. So that about does it for episode 519 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast powered by Rhythm. This is the part of the pod where we wrap things up, and I always start first by saying thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time out of your day, out of your busy lives. I know you got a lot going on, but you guys tune in. We sweat our games together. We cash some tickets together. To me, that's what it's all about. So thank you for supporting the pod. And if you'd like to help me grow this podcast and you haven't done it yet, please give this pod a 5-star review on Spotify or iTunes. Click the rate and review, leave a comment, click the follow button, recommend the pod to a friend, retweet the pod when I put it out on Twitter. Any or all of those things would be very much appreciated. Next, if you enjoy this style of sports betting, data-driven, sharp contrarian betting, focusing on what the numbers are telling us, the line movement, the splits, the system matches, taking a contrarian approach. If this style of betting has appealed to you and you want to learn more about data-driven betting, or maybe you have someone in your life who could use some data-driven tips, or maybe you got to get a Father's Day gift for grandpa or your uncle or your son or whoever, you know what you should do? You should go to Amazon.com and type in the Everything Guide to Sports Betting or the NFL Sharp Betting Playbook. Those are the 2 books that I've written. Very proud of both, but grab one or the other. Bring them to the sports book. I'll sign them for you. I'll buy you a beer or a ginger ale, and we'll sweat some games together. Next, have you downloaded Rhythm and Juice Reel yet? My 2 favorite sports betting apps. They help me win. They're going to help you win. Rhythm, fantastic for their AI-backed models and predictions for game bets and player props. Again, I love Rhythm as a cherry on top. I like the movement toward the Diamondbacks yesterday. Popped open Rhythm, 3 green stars lit up on the D-backs. So I love seeing that. But then also Juice Reel. So many great features of Juice Reel. You can sync up your sports books, get a running report card of your action, get the Robo Jackson best bet picks, the Sharp Mush indicators, the arbitrage plays, the shop for the best line futures. But also, if you want to support the pod, you can always get the All Systems Go official best bet picks. You can get them just by listening to the pod, writing them down, or remembering them. But you can get them earlier in the day and support the pod, and I consider it a tip jar by getting the best bets directly from Juice Reel. So as soon as I bet them, they go right to the app. You go to the profile page, boom, they're right there. You can get notifications of the plays as well. But you can do a 7-day free trial, and if you like it, it is $9.99 a week. That's $1.42 a day for the picks. $24.99, $24.99 for a month. That's 83 cents a day, or $199.99 for the year. So $200 for the year. That is 55 cents a day. But if you'd like to get a week, a month, or be a hero and get a year, I'd very much appreciate it. You're supporting the pod. You're supporting my daughter's child care fund. Think of it that way as well. But download Rhythm, download Juice Reel, give them a 5-star review in the App Store. Lastly, do you have a live odds page? Well, if you don't have one, you need one. It's such a critical tool. You're going to use it every day. If you're betting on sports, you love the live odds page because it is really the window into the betting market, giving you all the games, the start times, the live scoring, the live in-game wagering odds. You can also get shopping for the best line, finding the book offering you the best price. Again, you want to bet Yankees? Find that book that's offering minus 150 when everyone else is at minus 160. You can do it all with Odds Logic. So if you ever want to give it a shot, use this special link, oddslogic.com/Josh123. That's going to give you a 7-day free trial and 50% off your first month of service. So that about does it for episode 519 of the ASG pod. As always, guys, 2 final thoughts. 1, whether I see you at the Borgata in Atlantic City, Twin River in Rhode Island, the Brook in New Hampshire, Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun down in Connecticut, at the Encore in Boston, Plain Ridge Park Casino, MGM Springfield, or the Nash in my neck of the woods on the border of Massachusetts and New Hampshire, or out in the desert where the true grinders get down, where Billy Walters sends his number runners, where the lowest juice possible is found at the South Point, or sweating sharp contrarian plays, jumping in the stadium swim pool when you cash a big ticket at Circa, wherever it may be. We're going to see each other from across the sportsbook floor. We're going to knock on the janitor's closet, grab a broom, do a little Fred Astaire dance, a little sweeping of the floors. Because it was a great sweep last night, guys. Show me a Diamondbacks ticket, a Brewers ticket, a Reds ticket. First one's on me. Next one's on you. We'll post about the book. Sweat Sharp Contrarian plays all night long. So as always, guys, coming off a 3-0 or an 0-3, a 2-1 or a 1-2, a great day, a terrible day, a winning week, a losing week, whether we're hot or cold, up or down, we're always grinding. We're never getting too high when things are going well. We're never getting too low when things are not going our way. We just got to stick to the model, stick to the blueprint, discipline with our bankroll management, avoiding the games with red flags, but getting down on the games that check off our boxes against the public, with the house, with the pros, flat bet, avoid parlays, and get that CLV. If we can do that, we're going to be successful sports bettors. So hope everyone enjoys their Wednesday. We'll be right back at it tomorrow for a Thirsty Thursday edition. That'll be episode 520 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. Good luck, everybody, and let's get some winners on the diamond.